Alright, here's my homemade automatic Fisherman. I got this idea from another guy on YouTube who made a homemade automatic Fisherman. I made a couple modifications to mine. Alright, so starting with the basic setup. So what I did is take a 2x4 and a mouse trap. I cut the mouse trap flush with the board so that our trigger was hanging off the board. You can see I notched the end of the trigger so we can put our line through it here. Alright, and then going up to the rod, we have a simple keychain ring. I just took it off a spare set of keys in the house somewhere. One addition I made that you see on most automatic Fishermen that wasn't in the previous video from another user is I put a counterweight on the line so that there's slack on the line, so when the fish is taking it, it feels no tension. We're going to be using this primarily for fishing brown trout, and they do get very sensitive to touch, so that is set up so that they can't feel any tension on the line as they're taking the bait. Another addition I made is this swiveling piece of wood here. That's just set up so that if a fish grabs it and decides to take off with this piece of wood, it can't pull it in the hole. Just got a cheap $2 bank rod holder here. Drilled a 45 degree into the 2x4. I did tack down a piece of wood on the back of it just for some additional support, so it's not rattling in the hole right now. So it's nice and solid construction in there. So I got one set up here ready to trigger. As you can see, I got slack in the line. Probably a little too much for a normal fishing trip. If I were fishing, I'd probably set that slack to about here. So you can see got my keychain ring going through the trigger mechanism. Line is going through the notch I cut in the end of the plastic trigger. Alright, so now we'll simulate. So fish is taking slack, hits the trigger, sets the hook. And as simple as that. That is my homemade $7 automatic Fisherman.